Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. So good to have you here. Being 100% honest and real, I have felt a bit drained these past couple of days, just drained energetically. And I have honestly been in my head a lot as well. And I've been feeling in need of just a reset. Some time to recharge, take care of myself, tend to my inner world, and I honestly hadn't really been feeling very motivated to film. So right now I'm acting in opposition. Clearly I'm filming, but also I am showing up for myself beyond just filming, showing up for myself in these moments. Right now, I will say that I am feeling better and thankfully more well rested. I feel like I slept pretty good last night. This morning, I also took a little bit of a slower morning. I took some time to stretch, do some yoga, which felt really nice. I've been doing more workouts recently, so my body has been sore. So it was nice to take some time to address the tension within my body, within my muscles. Yeah, my spirit just is calling for some me time. I've been a bit more busy, socializing a lot more, which has been wonderful, but there's also only so much a girl can handle. And sometimes when things do speed up more, you can tend to neglect the things that keep you grounded. So I am bringing myself back, returning to myself, and prioritizing the things, the routines that do keep me grounded and connected, and also getting out of my head. Yesterday was an interesting day. I definitely was overthinking a lot, and yeah, I'm just gonna be real, I have nothing to hide, you guys. Sometimes you have bad days, and I was able to make my day better, thankfully, but I'm feeling a lot more stable today. I journaled last night, so everything's being cleared, and next week I'll actually be going on a family vacation, which I'm really looking forward to. But I am glad that things are slowing down a bit this week so that I can just take some time, slow down a bit, and also prepare for that. But that's what has been going on internally for me. And today I really want to clean my closet. That is the first order of reset business. I always keep my room clean, but I feel like my closet, I have just let everything kind of get ahead of me. And every time I open my closet, it just gives me anxiety. And that's not cute. That is not how I want to feel about my space. And it's just so crazy. It blows my mind how much clutter and how much that really affects your spirit. Even if I notice under my bed, if it's a bit cluttered and not as organized, I can literally feel it. I feel like it affects my sleep. Yeah, so that I'm not letting that slide. With cleaning my closet, I also want to get rid of some clothes. That's not my full plan today. My main thing is just cleaning the closet, and then if I find things I want to get rid of, I'm gonna do that. But I just know that this is gonna be such a good act of self-care for me, because that has been affecting how I've been feeling internally, and I just gotta get it done and create ease in my space to also create ease in my heart and in my spirit. So yeah, I am probably gonna put on a podcast or some music and just lock in. I feel like if you have been subscribed to me, there are so many videos of me cleaning my closet. So many vlogs of me cleaning my closet, but it's gotta get done, so. So as soon as I opened my closet, I honestly felt kind of overwhelmed and did not know where to start. But all I knew was that I was going to get this done. And this really made me think about how addressing and facing a messy space is very similar to facing my internal messiness. It feels really overwhelming at first, but once I have just decided to commit to facing it and take the necessary steps towards clarity, I feel so much better. I always joke about how I think that the hardest part about cleaning is actually facing the mess, because once I start cleaning, I kind of get into a rhythm of ease, but if I'm just staring at the mess, I end up feeling more anxious and prolonging the work that actually needs to get done. But at the end of the day, facing it is necessary in order to start, and the same rule applies internally. That's why cleaning this space really felt like an act of self-love and self-care for me, because part of me wanted to ignore the mess and the space, but by facing it, I was showing up for myself and also addressing something that had been causing me some stress. Okay, I'm done. Closet is clean and so much more organized. Wow, this has already made so much more of a difference. It feels so good to open my closet and go through these drawers right now and for things to just be all folded and organized and have a place. Like, I do not want to let that mess happen again, but it's just so much clearer, so much better. I'm gonna vacuum now because I just had stuff kind of all over the floor, so I want my room to feel clear as well. It is a beautiful new day, and right now I'm walking to a cafe to go and get some work done and edit. I love switching up the scenery of my workplaces, and I love the energy of cafes. Depends on the cafe, but the one that I'm going to I really enjoy. I feel like sometimes switching up my scenery helps me focus and just lock in a lot more. Also because there are so many other people there doing the same exact thing, so I think it's also motivating. And I also feel like I'm taking myself on a little date, which is also fun. But I am really looking forward to getting in a nice creative flow. I'm almost done with this video that I've been working on, and I also want to get a little more organized with some other areas of my life, so I'm also feeling really eager to get back into a creative flow and just kind of like enter a portal once I open my laptop and just do what I gotta do. But I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling more clear and more connected to myself. And I'm also looking forward to getting a little drink. We'll see what we get. Maybe we'll get a matcha or something like that. I live in California, but as I was walking, I was kind of feeling like I was walking through the streets of New York, especially walking through this park to get to the cafe. Like, it was giving Central Park. I've been reading some books that are set in New York, so I feel like that also contributed to this feeling. I'm not really a city girl, but I appreciate cities for what they have to offer and just for what they are, and I think New York is a cool place. But anyways, as soon as I got to this cafe, I got to work. I've been using Notion just to organize my tasks, my life and thoughts, and I've been really enjoying that workspace and kind of personalizing it as well. I started editing a video that I was working on, and it just felt so good to be here, be by myself as well, and just do things that I love. Simple things like this are so fulfilling and fun to me, and I've actually been recently solidifying and really coming to terms with what truly brings me life and owning that. Not trying to be someone else's or society's idea of fun, and doing things that are so authentic to me. And if that looks like a simple day at a cafe or going on a walk or reading, I'm accepting that. I don't need things to be crazy or overstimulating for me to feel fulfilled. And I've noticed that the more that I connect with myself and strengthen my relationship with spirit, the less I need, because I find so much fulfillment within that, and that causes me to find fulfillment within things that are simple. I wanted to just say this because I feel like so many people feel like they have to change themselves in order to be someone else's idea of fun or accepted by society, and I'm telling you right now, you don't have to. Own what you enjoy, own what brings you life, own what you're passionate about, and disown what you're not. Being authentic with what lights you up will only also bring those who resonate with that into your life as well. So Don't let anyone tell you that you're boring or what you enjoy is boring if those things that you enjoy light you up. You came here to express your truth authentically, not anyone else's or anyone else's ideas. Hello, it has been a little over a week since I started filming this video. I kind of forgot to film an outro and then I went on vacation and life and all that, but beyond any excuses, we're here. I'm here. And I was like, I'm not letting this video go to waste. So I am feeling good, you guys. I feel like there's been a huge difference in how I've been feeling from when I first started this video versus now. It's also been like pretty much 2 weeks, but it's been a wonderful past 2 weeks and I had such a great time on my family vacation. My parents and I, every year we do a trip to Vegas and we just go to lay out by the pool, like, and walk around. That's pretty much it. This time it felt so good and my soul felt so full after that, and after just taking time to slow down and just relaxing and enjoying the little things, enjoying the moment. I'm feeling really just like refreshed after that, and I honestly think that some of the time that I took before to reset and recharge really helped me. And I kind of wanted to share and talk about some of the practices and things that really allow me to reset and recharge and connect with myself. I feel like I'm at a point where I know myself well and know what works for me, know what really brings me back to my center in times that I need to return or times that I feel drained. And I have core things that I always return to. One of the main practices and things that really just brings me back is, obviously, I feel like I talk about it so much, but obviously meditation and prayer as well. Just having that solid practice every day, even if it's short. And recently I have been getting more into deepening my meditation practice. I usually always meditate either in silence or like to some frequencies or something, but recently I've been diving into some guided meditations and it's kind of out of my comfort zone because I never really do guided meditations. I always thought I just didn't like them. But I found some really good ones. I can link them down below if you guys are curious as well. And I will just do like maybe 5 minutes of it and then go into my own meditation after that. And that's really been really nourishing me as of lately because I feel like it's been nice to have some guidance and just some prompts or ways to kind of go deeper that I wouldn't normally think of or come up with on my own when I'm just sitting in meditation, and things that I can kind of bring into my own practice as well. So that's just been wonderful and allowing me to go deeper. And I feel like with meditation, approaching it wherever you're at is perfect, like whether that's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or however much time you have to squeeze it in. But if you don't have that much time, like just taking at least a moment, it can really make a huge difference, and it doesn't need to be this big extravagant thing. I just love being able to kind of take inventory and just sit with my thoughts, even if sometimes it's uncomfortable, seeing where my head is at, seeing where my consciousness is at. And I connect with myself through meditation. And it's also a way for me to connect with the divine, with God, and allow myself to just be nourished by that energy, to form a relationship with source in that way. And I feel like for me, prayer also goes hand in hand with that, speaking my intentions, speaking to God. Like in the moments where I feel like I don't have anything or I feel alone, I know that I have my meditation practice, and I know that that is always available to me, and that connection is always available to me. So that's like my main reset. That is like the one thing that just brings me back. One of the many, but like the main thing, you know? Another thing that really nourishes my soul is really putting my energy into things that bring me joy, my passions, hobbies that bring me joy. I feel like in times where I'm feeling so drained, it's because I'm putting my energy into places or into things that don't really fulfill me. And in some cases, we may be putting energy into things that we love, and we might feel drained from that as well. And that's something that happens too, creative burnout, things like that. But I notice sometimes if I am putting my attention or energy in spaces that really are draining my energy, I feel obviously more drained and I feel more burnt out. So really just kind of assessing what I know gives me life and nourishes me, and directing my focus and energy more towards that really just brings me back to life. It reignites my inspiration and re-energizes me. Some of the core things and hobbies that really bring me joy that I always return to are crocheting. I love crocheting, and I used to have like a shop and everything, but recently I have been more interested in just making art for the purpose of making it and not always commodifying off of it. Or is that a word? I think so, commodifying. If it's not, sorry, but not always needing to make a profit off of something. Obviously, there are some areas and things that can be great sources of income that you can monetize, right? And it may feel good to monetize, but I feel like it's also fun to just have things that you just do for fun. And obviously, I make things for myself, but it feels like I don't have as much pressure on it, and I can have more fun with it, and it calms my mind. Same with reading. I've been getting back into reading lately, you guys. It has been so wonderful. I have been more so getting back into some fun fiction books, and I still read nonfiction books or spiritual books, but just also having reading as entertainment and not just always feeling like I need to learn something has been really, really wonderful. And I feel like I always even learn something from the fiction books that I read, or find some like deeper meaning or lesson in it. That has really been something that I have been loving this summer. Just reading more, finding different genres that I like. I've been into romance lately, and I like literary fiction as well. That's just been giving me so much life. As a kid, I used to read a lot, so it's kind of like me reconnecting with that part of myself. I've really been enjoying that. And same with just creating in general. Making these videos gives me life, and just any other art form I really enjoy. Touching grass, you know, getting out in nature, that really gives me life, and I'm sure for most all of us it does. Getting off the phone or setting boundaries with it. I feel like a lot of the time we think that decompressing and winding down is sitting and scrolling on our phones, but that can just be so overstimulating and draining. And so getting back into hobbies that kind of remind you to slow down a bit, that feel good and just bring you life, that is something that really recharges me and just nourishes my soul. Another thing that really resets my energy is taking some time to reflect and slow down. Something that also goes hand in hand in that is solitude. I definitely recharge alone. I feel like all of us do. I think that people just kind of get used to being around people and feel like always being around people may charge them up, but I think that solitude is honestly good for anybody to have at some points in their lives. You know, taking time to actually just sit with yourself and be with yourself and reflect, I think is necessary. And I for sure recharge alone. I lean more on the introverted side. It's so helpful for me to spend at least just one day by myself and spend some time reflecting on my life, how I've been showing up maybe the past month, what's been feeling right, what hasn't been feeling right. I've actually been doing that recently as things have slowed down a bit for me, and I've had time to like really just prioritize reflection and just journal. Journaling is also another practice, but I'm kind of grouping this all under reflection so that we don't have like a million different subcategories. Recently, reflection has really been bringing me home, like bringing me back to myself, and I've been writing down just how I want to show up in this new season of my life, what worked for me in the past season and what didn't, what gave me energy and what drained me, and kind of moving from there. I truly feel so much more clear when I have time to reflect and slow down. I've been going on walks too and just feeling really reflective on my walks and thinking about these things. And yeah, I feel like reflection is so important when it comes to just reconnecting with yourself and bringing yourself back to life, bringing vitality back into you, and not kind of letting life just run you over and make you kind of robotic, moving through life on autopilot, basically. So many things in our lives are feedback and giving us information, and our realities always reflect, you know, our internal space. And I feel like all of these things really are just, even the hardships, even the stress, even the times we feel drained, it's all calling us back home. I find it interesting how it's like sometimes you have to just forget to remember again and shed to grow, and it's just all a cycle. Yeah, those are the things that really just allow me to recharge and bring me back to myself in moments where I may feel not as connected to myself or just drained from certain things in my life. And these are things that have been more so fulfilling me more recently, so it's like fresh in my mind. That's why I really wanted to share these. And I hope that you guys are doing well. I really appreciate you for being here and for watching this video the whole way through, for spending this time with me. It means so much to me, and this channel just feels like such a safe space for me, and it really nourishes my heart. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching. That is pretty much everything that I wanted to share. As you can probably hear, my cat is yelling at me in the background. But with that being said, I hope that you are having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.